BookTok Writers Group, we had another great night. That was a hard prompt, writing 1,000 words in second person. All the stories were good. All the stories were interesting. Everybody seemed to use second person in a different way, which was really exciting. We had a couple real home runs in there. I'm telling you, go on gavingale.com, go to BookTok Writers Group and click on the submissions and read Wolf Lovelace's piece. It is absolutely a home run of a story. Grand slam out of the park. He is so comfortable in second person. I can't even begin to explain it. It was absolutely almost flawless. The only thing that it needed was just a little bit of formatting, like polish. But I mean, it's writers group. We're not editing these things to be on submission. So yeah, it was great. I was going to this week go back to kind of the old way I did things, where I give you like a line of dialogue as like your prompt, or I give you like a couple sentences to like get you started. But then last night we were having this conversation. One of the pieces was science fiction, and we don't get a lot of science fiction in group. And so it was kind of fun and exciting. It got me thinking, and I have an idea for this week's prompt. I think next week we're going to, or the next group, we're going to go back to kind of the old prompt style. But I have one last interesting experiment, one last fun like challenge. Okay. What I want this week is I want 1,000-word story about time travel, but not science fiction. Okay. I know time travel is inherently science fiction, but it doesn't really have to be, right? It doesn't have to be focused on like the instrument of time travel. So I want 1,000 words about time travel, and I want it to lean into character and not be about like the technology of time travel. Okay. I'm not really interested in the time machine. I'm interested in what it does to people and what it does maybe to relationships or to the world. That is the prompt for next week for our next writers group. I say writers group as opposed to next week because here's the thing. We're growing. We're getting big. And what I have determined is that 9 o'clock is about where I want this to kind of wrap up each night. Okay. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central is a good amount of time. That's 2 hours of writers group. It feels to me, based on our experience, that we can comfortably fit 6 stories into that 2 hours in order to give everyone enough time to really discuss each story. But I don't want to limit group to 6 people. Like that's absolutely, I want us to grow. I want us to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're going to start this week with an experiment of splitting group into kind of a bi-weekly thing. So this prompt that I'm giving you today on October 4th is the prompt for the next meeting on Thursday, October 10th, and the meeting after that, Thursday, October 17th. So I haven't decided quite how I want to split this. I'll figure that out this week. But we will do 6 stories next week on the 10th. And then we will do any other stories that come in the following week on the 17th, so that everybody has time to A, be read, B, get feedback from the entire group, and C, get enough time to have really thoughtful, constructive feedback. So we're going to start doing it this way, at least for the moment, just to see how it works, where prompt covers 2 weeks and we'll do 2 groups of people writing the story. Now, don't everybody say, oh, so I don't have to write my story until the 17th, because then we won't have a group next week. I would like everyone to still try and get their stories in by the 10th, and then we'll figure out a way to divide them up so that everybody gets enough time. So yeah, stories still due by the 10th, and then we'll figure it out from there. Time travel, but not science fiction time travel. All right. See you guys next week.